I'm Darryl Morgan. I'm the head teacher of the Ridgeway Community School, which is an all-age school for youngsters with severe and profound multiple learning difficulties in Farnham in Surrey. Often the sensory rooms that are set up within schools historically have been seen as somewhere where you just take youngsters with very profound multiple learning difficulties. They're often seen as an area to go and relax, do some simple cause and effect work. I don't think that's really making the best of the sort of technology and resources that are available. So it was, how do we sort of move that forward, and also changing the mindset of staff to see that this was a facility that's, you know, appropriate for all abilities, all ages, and which can be used to deliver, you know, all aspects of the curriculum as well. I mean, we went with Experia because, if you like, with other companies I found it would have been a bit like you bought something off the shelf. At the end of the day, you are buying something that's already made and fitting it into what you want, whereas working with Experia, it was much more a bespoke service. You know, we wanted the large circle with the gauze on it that we could project through, we wanted the mirror on the top, we wanted lots of different things we wanted adapted to suit our specific needs, and you know, they tailor-made it for us. Because all the staff therefore felt they really had input to it, they said, well, how they wanted it to work for them meant that then it was made for their needs. The whole school now uses it. We now have the Portage service, which is a service for preschool youngsters, supporting parents in the home. They now come here some lunchtimes and use it with parents. We've got a lot of interest from local mainstream primaries who want to come in here so that they can use the room to set up maybe the start of a topic. You can get them to think around, well, how does it make you feel, so that it's eliciting creative writing. So for all abilities, it's a sort of fun and meaningful learning experience.
Ooh, what colour now?
Blue.
Colour?
Yeah. A blue. Blue.
Well done.
Anyone with a modicum of ICT skills can pick it up and use it. And there are, you know, systems out there which are, you know, there's the switch, press it, but you don't get the adaptability. And once you've done that, the child's learnt that, where do you take it? Whereas here, you know, you can adapt the switches so that they operate through the big wall switches, they operate through individual boxes, through any of the pupils' individual switches that can be plugged in through a latch box, and they can operate it vocally. There's just so many sort of opportunities. ICT, technology, AAC, alternative augmentative communication, have been talked about as providing sort of what get termed the educational ease. It engages youngsters, it excites them, it enthuses them about their learning, and that's, you know, a lot of what's behind us wanting to invest in facilities like this. And that's what's behind it, because we know how powerful it is in making the learning fun for the youngsters, because children with the learning disabilities that we have, they need the learning that you present them with to be immediately motivating. There's no long-term, well, if I do this it's a bit boring but I can go on and do that later. It's got to be what you present them with straight away is something that motivates them and excites them. And using facilities like this, where they suddenly realise they've got the power to sort of totally create environments, is a fabulous way of really exciting them in their learning.